everybody, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel, Anna Always Reading. Today, it is finally the first day of May, so that means I'm going to be doing my monthly wrap-up and TBR videos. I'm not actually going to be doing this in a particular sequential order that I read these books in, but I will be talking about them, going into a bit of detail about what the books were about and whether or not I actually enjoyed reading them. So, why not we take this journey to the beginning. The first book on my read list was The Bodies We Wear by Jennian Roberts. This was an okay book. I gave it 3.5 stars on Goodreads.com because the beginning was excellent, but then it kind of went downhill from there, from the third quarters onwards. The last page was excellent though, and I heard that she plans on making this a series, and I don't know if I actually want to read it or not because the ending was actually very standalone book-esque, so we'll see. We'll have to see whether or not I actually want to read the next book. I'll see the description when she actually releases any news, because I have not seen any news about a sequel. I also read the book Specials by Scott Westerfeld. This was a great book and I read it in Francais. I borrowed it from my library. I loved it, okie dokie. I liked extras a lot more, but I thought, hey, why not pick it up? And I did, and it was fantastical. It is part of the Specials series. I'm pretty sure, yeah. The Ugly series, I mean. And wowzer, it was awesome. I also read the book Fangirl by Sarah Tregay. Fan art. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of Rainbow Rowell. But oh my goodness, yes, this book was so cute. The whole time I was smiling. I read it in 2 days for my last week marathon, where I tried to read as many books as I can in the last week of a month to make sure I top up on my read list. And I was smiling the whole time I read it. My cheeks just hurt so much from grinning. It was like reading a fluff fanfic on Wattpad about your OTP, and you just can't stop. I just couldn't even, guys, my friends, I couldn't even. I also read the books Ignite and Defy by Sarah B. Larson. I do not have Defy with me at the moment because I returned it to the library, but I like Defy a lot more than Ignite. Ignite, the main character, I don't remember her name. I cannot be bothered to remember her name. She just annoyed me. She was annoying. She was very weak-willed. Everything the prince asked for, she said yes to. Yes, 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 I'll find this, I'll find that, I'll do this for you. Yes, 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 of course, yes, sire, yes, I love you, but I don't know if I want to be with you. I rolled my eyes for like 3 chapters of this book, and I completely missed them, and I didn't even care because I didn't like it. And I feel so bad because almost every other review I saw gave it 5 stars. The average on Goodreads is 4.5, which is really high. I was like, I'll give you 3 on a stretch. I also read the books The Son of Neptune and The Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. You may be wondering, Anna, how have you not finished the Heroes of Olympus series? And I have a reason. I do, I promise. It'll come up soon, I promise, pinky swear. And last but not least, I read 1 ebook and I listened to 2 audiobooks this month. The ebook that I listened to was The Testing by Joël Charbonneau, and oh my goodness, it was fantastical. You all need to go read it right now. I mean, ATM, run to your nearest bookstore and get it. It was so good. A lot of people didn't like it because it was a lot like The Hunger Games, but it was better, and I feel like I'm committing treason to the YA book dystopian genre because Hunger Games is pretty much the birth of them all. But it was great! See all the hand gestures I'm doing? I loved it this much. I'm gonna have to dance. I also listened to the book Partials by Dan Well, and I loved it as much as I did The Testing. I just couldn't even as much as I couldn't The Testing. Although it was very lengthy and I couldn't tell because it was an audiobook and I just thought that I was just reading it very slowly, but no, when I saw it in the library, it was huge. It was huge, my friends, but it was good. It was greatly huge. And last but not least, I listened to the book The Perfectionists by Sarah Shepard. It's a little like the Lion Game series, which was a bit problematic for me. I think why does she like writing murder so much? You know what I mean? All she writes about is murdering. Teenagers murdering. What is going on in your head, Mrs. Lady? But I also made a discovery. I think all the narrators for the books that Sarah Shepard writes are the same. because I recognize that girl from when I listened to The Lion Game, and it's annoying because I wanted to listen to other voices. But it was a good book, and I'm really excited to read the next. I don't want it to be as long as Pretty Little Liars, though, just waiting like 24 book series, just finding out who killed this woman. Like, no, I don't have time for that. Just pop out a book and spoil me. I don't care. Spoil me. It's time for my TBR. Number 1 on my TBR list is The House of Hades and The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. So here is my explanation that I promised you. Anyways, I got The House of Hades, in November of 2013, and I read it back then. But Blood of Olympus came out October of 2014, and I wanted to buy the full series, and I got them for Christmas. But since I read it 2 years ago, do I remember anything about this series? No. Do I remember anything other than Percy and Annabeth? No. So I had to restart the whole series so I can read Blood of Olympus this month. Finally, you, me, date. Yeah. I also plan on reading the books Simply Kate, Pulse, and Cinder. All French books that I got from my local library. I don't know if I'm going to read Cinder because a lot of people love it, but I don't know if it's for me, if you know what I mean. I like the description, but I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see, my friends. I will also read the book Fragments, number 2 in the partial sequence. I've already started it and it's good, but I think it's in rotating perspectives and I really don't want it to be. But who knows? We'll have to see. It's between Kira and Other, and I can't tell you who Other is because I'll spoil you, and I don't want to spoil you, and I'm going to stop because if I continue, I will spoil you. I also will read the book Winger by Andrew Smith. Okay, so let me explain you a thing for Winger. Every single time I saw this in a store, I thought it was a Neil Patrick Harris biography. I know. I don't know why. I just thought it was a Neil Patrick Harris biography. There's no explanation for this. I just thought it was until I got recommended to me on Goodreads and I was like, why? And it's not. It's a book about a boy in a boarding school and I think he's getting bullied. I think you can tell that from the cover, like a bloody nose, uniform, tie. Bullying is bad, kids. Get bloody noses. I will also, I promise, read the book Afterworlds by Scott Westerfield. I've also had this book, like Blood of Olympus, since December and not read it. Yikes. Yikes. And it's so pretty. It smells great too because I've barely touched it. It's been on my shelf forever. And it's about this girl named Darcy. And the tagline is, Darcy writes the words, Lizzie lives them. So, it's in 2-point perspective, but this one sounds better because somebody is controlling the lives of the other and not even knowing. It sounds amazing. It sounds brilliant. I also really want to read this book, Seeker by Arwen Ellis Dayton. Wowzer Bowser. This book looks amazing, doesn't it? Look at the beautiful cover. It's pretty. The tagline is, after tonight, there is no going back. And it's very mysterious and the truth will end them all. So, I have to find out what this truth is. Suspense. Last, but of course, definitely not least, I got this book in the mail yesterday from Simon & Schuster. I won it in the First Reads giveaway from Goodreads.com. Thank you! And I will be reviewing it sometime soon once I finish reading this book. It is the book Zeros by Scott Westerfield, Margot, I called her Mango Langan, and Deborah Biancotti. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce any of your names right. I've never read a book co-authored with 3 people, so I want to see. And Scott Westerfield's name is bigger than anybody else's, so that's weird. But this book is coming out September of this year on the 29th to the 19th, I'm not sure. And I'm pretty sure it's about these superheroes who hate their powers. That's why they're called Zeros. Get it? Zero to hero. Hercules. I deck. Right now I'm in a massive pile of books, which is ultimate life goals actually, so I'm very happy. Anyways, I hope you guys liked that little video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my face, remember to click that subscribe button right there. And also comment what you thought about these books if you've read them already. If you haven't read them, tell me if you want to. Tell me if you read them, if you love them, if you hate them, if you just wanted to throw them against the wall every other chapter. I want to meet people who love books just as much as I do. As always, my social medias will be in the description box below. Have a great month, or week, and stay reading.